What's the deal with these? Theme music.
Who's the leader of the pack? Bringing legacy to you. Legacy, it's true. Stand up, gear up, join the fight. We're as fierce as we can be. With grit and might, we claim the night. We're the legacy. Legacy Club. Legacy Club. Strong and unbreakable. Warriors with fire inside. In our hearts.
Okay. Here we are yet again. Me and you, all my friends. That's all I got. I thought I could go longer, but couldn't drop the ball. Ooh, I'm coming in hot. Oh, that was the wrong way to go. That's the more quiet way. There we go. Is that better? Okay. Some things I should do before I get started. Nah, we run a little more free form than that. Not conforms to your regulations, man. Hi, welcome back. This is the Legacy Club podcast, internet show, extravaganza. You know, my name is Justin, a.k.a., you know it, the Portuguese problem, a.k.a., again, the menace of Madeira, a.k.a., the Azorian nightmare. That little chimey chime is going to get on my nerves. Came out again. For those of you who don't know, I'm Portuguese. In case that was a mystery. However, my family doesn't come from the mainland. Neither side. Portuguese on both sides. So I am a pureblood. But we're not mainland. We are island people. Both sides. My mother's family is from Madeira. It's where Ronaldo's from. That's why we're cousins. Maybe. And then my father's side hail from the Azores. Piku, to be precise. So, hence, all three. I got to specify all three. I have to have a moniker in all three divisions of Portugal because, you know, I intend on being a sensation. I can't even say it. Sensation over there. I will be their king. A trifecta king. King of each. The all-encompassing Portuguese king. Which I think would just be the king in general. Hear that? Is the video like pausing and restarting? If it is, I'm still going to post it. I don't care. But my computer has become problematic. So I had to order a new one. Hate it. Something of a miser. I don't like to spend money. So it angers me. It angers me when I have to. And if I want to keep going and doing this at the rate I'm doing this, I'm going to have something with more processing power. Came to realize that today while my computer kept hiccuping while editing the audio and such. So trading her in, getting the new one. The new one's black, so that's pretty cool. This one's that like silvery standard MacBook color. Dude, that chime is really gonna really bother me. And it's all seemingly for no reason too. Well, it seems like there might be a reason, but I don't know. We'll see how choppy this is. It's been something every day. I want to do a daily show, and every daily something is making me mad. I'm coming to realize that if I was an Avenger, I'd be the Hulk. I don't want to be the Hulk, but I'd be the Hulk. I'm always angry. I didn't really I didn't really follow that part of Avengers at the end where Bruce Banner shows back up, and he, like, right before he turns into the Hulk to beat up the Chitauri, he goes, "That's my secret, Cap. I'm always angry." Um, okay. So wait a minute. You're always angry? Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't something that I could easily follow. I guess he's always angry so he can turn on the Hulk whenever he wants, I suppose, but then there's still times in there where he may involuntarily turn into the Hulk. So it's kind of like, do you have control over this? Like, what do you mean you're always angry? Are you always angry to a degree, and then if you pass that, like, that line, then you become really, really angry, and then you can't control the Hulk anymore? Speaking of Hulks, and Marvel's done this in the past. Marvel has done this in the past, so I'm trying to remain optimistic. But they changed the name of the movie, and I like the original name of the movie much better than the one that they've settled with. And I'm saying settled. I'm sure somebody internally was like, excuse me, because this is when all the wokies worked at Disney. Is that why people give me bad ratings? Because I say things like that? Good. Man, this video is going to bug me. I really hope it turns out okay. And if it doesn't, pish posh. I'm not starting over now. It may just be an audio version, but then that kind of defeats the purpose of what I want to do. So we'll see. Tomorrow's episode will be better because I'll have my new computer. It came fast. So anyway, where am I going? I am going to hell if I don't change my ways. Captain America, Brave New World. Why? I like the original title was Captain America New World Order. There was an S before New World. I don't know what. I'm just joking. Yeah, Captain America New World Order, and I thought that was a way cooler title. But somebody was against it. Don't know why. But anyhow, they have released a trailer, and I saw something else that I don't know if it was from a trailer or if it was just like a clip that got leaked. Something. Maybe it was a clip that got leaked. That would explain it. But the CGI did not look good. And they've done that in the past. Marvel has done that in the past, where even in the trailer, like the special effects and the CGI looks not funded by Disney. So it kind of, like, felt very earlier 2000s. But then come game day and the actual movie in theaters looks much more finished and refined and better. So I'm remaining optimistic because they've done that in the past, and I trust that part still of the MCU at least. Deadpool Wolverine has reinvigorated me for the MCU, so we'll see. But man, that chimey is gonna bug me. And whatever, man. I don't even. I'm always angry. It's processing power, man. I'm using the program I'm using, I guess, is just like not wanting to stay up to snuff for the quality I want to record this at. It's gonna be bad CGI. Yeah, and here's some other things that I'm just kind of like about. Captain Falcon is, he does become Falcon in the comic, or Falcon does become Captain America in the comics, and that's not my problem. I understand that. That's cool. But it is kind of my problem in the sense that the chain of titleship skipped over somebody that should have taken on the mantle at least for a little bit. and that's Bucky. Bucky got dumped on. He got skipped over like a game of checkers. You know, it's just hop on over, give it to Falcon. That's not how things progressed in the comics. For a hot minute, Bucky was the new Captain America, and I do prefer Bucky to Falcon as Captain America. And in 2023, 2024, 2, 1, I'd be accused of being racist for that statement. And no, just no. I want Captain America to be a super soldier. I want him to be genetically modified. I want him to be super strong. I want Captain America to be the ultimate soldier. It is what it is. That's what he is. That's what the character should be. So if you're going to pass, because Sam Wilson is Falcon. He's Falcon. That he's been Falcon from the jump. He's a cool Falcon. The Anthony Mackie is a fantastic adaptation of Falcon, and you know, it's I'm just kind of and you're making him just a guy. You know, he's just a guy. He doesn't have any super about him. Like, I get it, kind of, but at the same time, if Falcon's going to take up the mantle of Captain America and be able to whip the shield around like Captain America, use the shield like Captain America, take a blow like Captain America, I would like him to be superhuman, super soldier. I don't think that's too much to ask. I don't think that's unreasonable to ask. They have the serum. They have the capability of supering up Falcon. So there's really, and you know what? That thing, that chamber that Steve Rogers had to get into, that sarcophagus, that was back in 1940s. You know, medical advancements, I would imagine just like a simple injection now, just a chink in your arm. Actually, the dude, well, let me digress. I don't really know his civilian name off the top of my head. Jack? Is it Jack? I don't know. But the guy that in the Falcon Winter Soldier series, which was a really good series, the guy who they tried to make the next Captain America and they super soldier him up. Like, I know they super soldiered him up and it kind of, it twisted him a little bit. But Sam Wilson is a man of upstanding character. You know, he got the approval of Steve Rogers, who is the embodiment of moral character, positive, outstanding moral character. So there's something good about him, something real good about Sam Wilson. And I don't know, I don't think the super soldier serum would have negatively a little bit. Can we do a take two? I don't think it would negatively. Can we do a take three? Would negatively affect him. Got it. First try. I don't think so. I don't think it would have any sort of ramifications. What's bothering me specifically about him not being super soldiered is in the teaser trailer. I don't know. There's a clip out there where he's holding the shield, and it might be the poster actually, where he's holding the shield and you see the Red Hulk fist hitting the shield. Okay, let me say something. I understand the shield is vibranium. I understand it absorbs the kinetic energy of the impact. I get that. I totally get that. But, you know, you're still going to get shoved around from a Hulk punch. I mean, Black Panther's entire suit is made of vibranium, and he got knocked around. You know, it absorbed the the kinetic energy of the hit, but he was still able to get knocked around. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't just completely nullify the inertia of the incoming impact. So Sam Wilson can't just go ging and stand in place, especially not being super soldiered, being just a dude. It would still send him flying. You know, something about Cap taking the hit. It still, he's still gonna have to like plant his feet and not go anywhere. But he's a super soldier, and I think I recall times where he still get knocked around after deflecting a shot. So no, not buying it. Hopefully the movie's good. We'll see. It's interesting that they're introducing Red Hulk in a Captain America movie, but at the same time, now that I say that and simultaneously kind of think about it, I think that's part of the there's like a rights issue. I don't think Disney is able to make any standalone Hulk movies. The Hulk can appear in other movies, like he appeared in She-Hulk, he appeared in the Avengers movies. So Thor Ragnarok, that he can be featured, but there can't be like a standalone Hulk movie. So who owns that? I forget who owns Hulk, the film rights to Hulk. Was it Paramount, maybe? I mean, we could look it up, but I don't want to do, let's just look it up. I'm so hesitant to like put any more stress on this machine. Film rights to Hulk. Let's see. Universal Pictures owns the screen rights to the Hulk and has the right of first refusal for any Hulk-centric films. This means that it's unlikely that the Hulk will star in his own movie anytime soon. Makes sense. So it's Universal. Oh, is that why they... Well, no, they got other rights. They got a Spider-Man ride, too. And a Doctor Doom ride. Interesting. Okay. Anyhow. But, yeah, so I was somewhat correct. I was very correct in the idea that there cannot be a standalone Hulk movie with Disney. So you can't make a Hulk movie and have Red Hulk appear there. You got to introduce him, I guess, in a different character's movie, and then he can fight the Hulk later. Like in an Avengers, maybe Hulk will pop up in Captain America. Who knows? We'll see. What? I lost it. Anyhow, there it goes. My train of thought. Oh well. I would like to see a Hulk movie, but done by Disney, because the other ones are just kind of okay. I don't know. Anyhow, hey, so as a stocking stuffer this year, I've never been somebody who has been into card games. I haven't been into like Magic or Pokemon or any of the other trading card games. So this is a new thing for me. I get the fandom. I get the collectability. I get the passion collecting cards. I collected comic books, and I collected the old Marvel cards way back in the day, which I'd like to have at some point. Sorry, my grandmother passed away like a year ago, a little over a year ago, and I lived with her growing up, and at her house is, I mean, all my old stuff from childhood. And long story short, given the succession of ownership of my grandmother's, grandparents' estate, I guess, I don't know, but I don't have access to my things, and I don't have a relationship with anyone who does have access to my things to where I'm confident that I'll see my things again. You know what I mean? So that's as far as I'll get into that. But I would like my Marvel cards. Anyhow, so I guess I did collect cards, kind of, but they were more along the lines of like nerdy sports cards, Like there wasn't any sort of like game or playability associated with it. It was just like a shiny 3D-ish card of like Wolverine, stuff like that. It was like cool things that are cool to look at only. But when it comes to like Magic the Gathering, and that's really kind of the only card game coming to mind, Pokemon. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that a card thing too? Maybe. I think it is. I Hero Clicks. I collected Hero Clicks for a hot minute. I never played Hero Clicks. Oh no! But I definitely collected Hero Clicks because I liked the little miniatured statues. I guess that's kind of like Warhammery, but Warhammer you actually like paint your own, right? I don't know. I'm really just kind of shooting from the hip with that. I know nothing about it. But so Disney's gotten into the trading card game. Very Magic-esque kind of concept here. Lorcana, I think is how you pronounce it. I saw an ad for Lorcana cards at some point on some sort of social media platform. And then one of my buddies at the gym, we were our first time training jiu-jitsu together. He's super nerdy too, but he's into like magic and stuff like that. He's like deep into it, but he's a connoisseur of like, I guess, all kind of trading card game cards. So I was wearing, I got a pretty cool rash guard. That's my thing. I got cool rash guards, and I know about jujitsu, but I'm just still not good. I'm not physically good at it. Unless you train, I'm better than you. I can tell you that. But if you do train, then we'll see. And this friend of mine is like an MMA dude. So he trains just everything, and very intimidating to train with because he is just like jacked, but super nerd. I was wearing my Snow White. I have a Snow White rash guard. Snow White belt is what it says. And she's sitting there in her gi, holding a little like a bird, and all the dwarves are around her unconscious. And whenever I coach classes, the kids are always like, "Why are they all dead?" Because they have X's on their eyes. If you're gonna get choked out, you're not gonna have X's on your eyes. You're just going night night. You're just gonna go take a nap. So I don't know why they didn't just, instead of do two crossing lines, they didn't just do like the little line to indicate sleeping. It's far less traumatic for kids to see. But I was wearing that, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you're into Disney," and I was like, "What gave it away?" And then he, because he's a card guy, he was like, you into Lorcana? And I was like, "Oh, is that the card game that Disney has come out with?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah." I was like, "No, I don't. I'm not like a card guy, but those have always fascinated me. I'm curious about that because yeah, I'm a Disnerd. You know what I mean?" So flash forward to, I don't know, we were on one of our trips down to Disney World. We were at World of Disney at Disney Springs, and they had like a display case of Lorcana cards. And I stopped and I was like, "Oh, hey, wife, come hither. That's how I speak. I speak to my wife like I'm Thor. she she came over and I said, Maiden, behold, Lorcana cards. This is what I was telling you about from Homeboy at Jiu-Jitsu. And she was like, oh, that's interesting. Anyway, look at this backpack. I was like, okay. So in the moment, she seemingly feigned interest, but it stuck. It stuck enough with her to where she's stuck. It's stuck enough with her where she stuck this in my stocking for Christmas. And yeah, I think I might be into it. I think I might be into Lorcana cards just because they're neat. So this is my first little, what do you call it? A deck. This is my first pack of cards. I don't know anything about them other than they're Disney inspired and it's a playable game. So let's look into this. Let's get into this and figure out what it's all about. Figure out what it's all about. I should have been a jingle writer. Oh, there's a companion app. Wow. Where you can learn the game and more. Well, I just should have paid more attention to that. Don't look at my QR code. Because I don't know if that means you can steal things. There. Yeah, so there's a QR code where you can pull it up and learn about the game. So let's see. What do I got here? Should we learn about the game and then I'll go through these cards? Or you want to see what I got and then we can learn about the game? Okay, so card numero uno and this is like a seafaring themed pack, I guess. Yep. What does it say? Azurite Sea. You tell me how it's pronounced. Okay, so first card is Leading the Way. It's an action card. Your character gets +2 sun this turn. We have what it takes to find our way through this maze together. Hold on, we're going in. Okay, and it's Princess Jasmine. Princess Yasmin. Can you focus, please? Hey, thanks, bro. I really appreciate that. It's a cool looking card. I guess Jasmine thinks she's Moana. Why does she have all those palace guards? How big is she on a raft? What is this? Is she on a boat? Is she on a ship? She must be. She must be in some kind of... Well, she's definitely on a seafaring vessel, and she took a bunch of her guards with her. So that's interesting. That's cool. Next card is Bend to My Will. This one speaks to me. This one speaks to me. Bend to My Will. It's another action card. Each opponent discards all cards in their hand. Whoa. At last. This is where your luck runs out. And it's Jafar. Jafar? There you go, kinda. There you go. You see that? So that's pretty cool. I really like the artwork on this one. He's spooky looking. Whoop. Can't focus that close, huh? Alright, that's fine. That's really cool. 2 Aladdin cards in a seafaring deck. Interesting. And then here we go. We got another. It is Go-Go Tamago. Go-Go Tamago. Darting Dynamo. This is Storyborn Hero Inventor. Oh, it's just about her, I guess. Evasive. Only characters with evasive can challenge this character. Stop whining. Woman up. When you play this character, you may pay 2. I guess that's like their monetary unit to gain lore equal to the damage on chosen opposing character. Oh, little Baymaxy Big Hero 6 card. Not Baymax, but yeah, Big Hero 6. Baymax is actually on the cover of the back. Well, there we go. Man, this is like a very, very specific themes here. That not just about the sea. This card is Jasmine, rebellious princess, storyborn hero princess. You'll never miss it. Whenever this character quests, each opponent loses one lore. Even the smallest mouse can make the biggest difference. Oh, is it because she's a street mouse? When she's hanging out with Aladdin, they call him a street rat, and the guard calls her like a street mouse. That one, she's not on the ocean. That one, well, I guess it's just a character card, hero card, or whatever. So it's just telling about her. That's cool. Was the other one 3 as well? No, the other one was 2. Does that mean Jasmine's more powerful? But 3 Aladdin cards and a Big Hero 6 card. Okay, here we go. Now we're venturing into other territory. It's another storyborn card. The Walrus, greedy gourmand, storyborn. While the walrus, can I get another? I'm sorry, guys. There's no one over there. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. While the walrus finished off the lot, down to the final bite. That's when he's eating all the oysters. Oysters. Kaloo-kali. Is that what he says? Kaloo-kale. Those might not be the words, but it sounds like it. But I don't know. That's the song from Alice in Wonderland. All right, focus. Come on, be serious. The Walrus. That's a cool one, too. I like that. What a kind of obscure character with a card. That's cool. Into that one. Oh, here we go. Another storyborn. Grand Councilwoman, Federation Leader, storyborn alien. Find it. Whenever this character quests, your other alien characters get +1 symbol I don't know this turn. I want an expert on this planet in here now. I should be a voice actor. There you go. Look at that. Pretty cool. Lilo and Stitch card. Like it. Oh, who's this guy? Oh, weird. This is a very... Wow, they kind of dig deep on these. Another storyborn card. So a card just about, or just a character card, I guess. King Hubert, Philip's father. Prince Philip from Sleeping Beauty. I don't know why my brain spazzed for a sec. Storyborn mentor king. I told you we'd find an island eventually. Excellent navigating. Yes, I'm quite proud. Now a toast to our success. Look at that. So they're really utilizing, like, I'd call them fairly deep cut. Not the deepest cut like we were talking about for the retrospectives we're going to do. I know I said I was going to do a retrospective episode tonight for, let's see, the bear's name vanished on me, and I knew it yesterday. Yep, don't remember it right now. That's cool, though. That's cool. King Hubert. This one is called I'm Still Here. Oh, wow. Look at that one. This one is I'm Still Here. It's an action card, action song. A character with cost 3 or more can, symbol I don't know, to sing this song for free. What? Chosen character gains resist +2 until the start of your next turn. Draw a card. Damage dealt to them is reduced by 2. Okay. Treasure Planet. Like I said, they're really digging deep into the vault for these. Very cool. Treasure Planet is one of those I feel like I gotta watch again. I've only ever seen it once, I think, when I was a kid. Maybe I watched it more than once as a kid, but I don't really recall much of anything other than it's like a space treasure island, essentially. And, it was that era of Disney movies with Treasure Planet and Atlantis. It's a weird time. It's kind of a Rescuers-esque time where they were putting out movies. You're kind of like, oh, okay, it's a Disney movie. I don't remember it being bad. I don't remember it being great, I guess, or I just didn't own it. Maybe that was the problem. I didn't own it, so I didn't have an opportunity to watch it, because this is back in the day, guys. This is back in the day where you either had like the VHS or the DVD, or you weren't watching it. There was no Disney Plus. And then on Disney Channel, I don't recall them playing a whole lot of movies. That's cool. All right. Next card is Storyborn. So I got Prince Naveen, Carefree Explorer. All right. Carefree, I would definitely call him Carefree. Explorer? Maybe. Well, I guess he went to the United States from his home country, so that's kind of venturing, exploring. Let's see. Storyborn, Hero, Prince, Dance, Little Friends, Fill the Air with Light and Joy. Oh, what does he say? Ashadanza. It is like seeing music come to life. It's talking about the fireflies. Pretty cool. I like the artwork on that. Prince Naveen. Very interesting. Which, you know what? I want to do an episode where I eat my words a little bit. I think I've already admitted this, but I used to be, when they first announced the re-theming of Splash Mountain, I was not a fan. I'm still a little about certain things, certain aspects of the retheming. I'm bummed that means like the songs are gone. Like, where else are you going to hear Zippity Doodah now? Where else are you going to hear Laughing Place or like any of those hits? So that's kind of a bummer. I don't hold the same qualms with Song of the South that other people do, I suppose. I see it in an opposite light. A lot of people call the movie racist and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, is it? Or is it just accurate to the time? Like, just because something is accurate to its time period that it's portraying, I don't think there's anything incorrect about that. Because if you're changing reality, then it becomes fantasy, even more fantasy than the fiction it already is. And I find Uncle Remus to be a very heroic character in that movie. So it's a shame that people don't recognize, his iconicness, and they just look at the errors of the time period, which, yeah, man, I don't know, man. It's just that was the time. It is what it is. So I want to do an episode where because I've ridden Tiana's Bayou Adventure now, and leading up to riding Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Maverick, and all of our kids really. Maverick mostly because he kind of controls what's on the TV. He still likes the movie a lot, but there was a time where he really was into Princess and the Frog, so we watched it a lot, and I like that movie a lot. So I had only seen it like once maybe prior to their announcement of the retheme, so I was just kind of like, oh, I have no connection to that movie other than I've seen it once and I remember it being good, but it doesn't like hold a place in my heart. Like, not that Song of the South held a really deep place in my heart because I've only seen that movie once, but the songs, man, Zippity Doo was such an iconic Disneyland song to me. And I mean, all the songs from that ride, and the phrase "super satisfactual," satisfactual. I love that word. And now it's gone. It's gone to the wind. All right, what's this one? Prepare to board. I don't know what this one is. Possibly Peter Panish, maybe. Prepared to board. It's an action card. Chosen character gets +2 symbol I don't know this turn. If a pirate character is chosen, they get 3 symbol I don't know instead. Bring me the treasure. Bring me that ship. Bring me Peter Pan. Captain Hook. You'll see why I was kind of like, is it Peter Pan? Because it's just pirates. It's not even like pirates you really recognize. There's no face. There's no identifying characteristics of any of these pirates. But it felt very Peter Pan-y to me. And I was right. I was right. Whoa. Okay. I feel like we're kind of getting away from the sea theme on some of these. Maybe because the character cards, like the action cards are sea-ish, sea-themed, and then the hero cards or the storyborn cards, character cards are not. They don't have to be associated with the PAX theme. That's what I'm gathering, maybe. I got Rafiki, Shaman of the Savannah. That's a cool title. Storyborn, Master, Sorcerer. Wow. That's a word I wouldn't have naturally gravitated to for Rafiki. Sorcerer. Means he'd be hanging out with like Doctor Strange and stuff. The signs, they never lie. The snake thinks he's planned for everything. Oh, ho, ho. He forgot about the owl. There's hope yet. All right. That's a really cool card. Very pretty. I like the sunset behind him. Or is that a sunrise? Is it a sunrise or a sunset? I really feel like that information changes the dynamic of what we're looking at. Is this early morning? He's up before the sun. He's preparing for his day. Or is this the sun going down? He's winding down from his day. And he's just kind of, putting away odds and ends. I don't know. I prefer a sunset to a sunrise. So I'm going to say sunset. That's just me. Tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think that's a sunrise or a sunset? This one is Peter Pan for sure. But this one is laid out differently. Okay. Location. Skull Rock. Isolated fortress. Location. Familiar ground. Characters get +1 symbol while here. Safe haven. At the start of your turn, you have a pirate character here. Gain 1 lore. This one's sideways. Whoop. Pretty neat. I do love a skull. So that one speaks to me, and that's the last card. That is the last card. And we're back to my QR code. Okay. So that's pretty cool. I like these. These are neat. When collecting things, though, you really gotta have some spare change. You know what I mean? You gotta have some expendable cash that you can just dump into, something that's never really gonna benefit you again. I mean, if you're a collector, comic books especially, like, you always see like a new #1 of something, you're like, yeah, and you get it, and you're hyped on it, and then you're like, oh yeah, wait, and this doesn't ever really matter. Sometimes it does. I've gotten some first edition comics that I was able to flip, and, I didn't get them for necessarily the collectability and bright future. Oh, I should probably get those cards out because we're going to look into this. But like Spider-Gwen, that was a cool one to have. #1, the Ultimate Spider-Man #1 where it changed over to Miles Morales. Actually, I think it was Ultimate Spider-Man number, I forget what number it was, but his first appearance was actually still within the Peter Parker Ultimate Spider-Man run. So I had that one too. So those paid off. But then there are ones that I got rid of all my comic books a while ago. I traded them all in. I traded them all into like the comic shop, the local comic shop over here, when I was potty training Bane. When I was potty training Bane, I traded in all those comics so I could like bribe him with stuff. I was like, hey, we can go to the comic shop, pick them up. I had like $600 store credit or something like that. It was an undercut of the true value of my collection. But when you do store credit, it's like, or when you're selling comics to a comic shop, it's always, they got to give you well below what it's worth so they can make a profit on it. I get it. But, yeah, I had some gems in there. I saved some though. I didn't trade all of them in. I kept I still have the first appearance of Red Guardian, which is cool. I think I like Red Guardian a lot. I think he's cool. I really like what they did with Red Guardian in the MCU. They made him very funny. I've been watching What If, and one of season 3 episodes is a team up between Red Guardian and Bucky when he was still like the Winter Soldier. It was good. Alexi is very funny. And then I have the first appearance of Grim Reaper. I have the first issue with Black Panther joining the Avengers. So fun gems like that like mean something to me. Not that I love Grim Reaper, but I do really I like villains, and I don't know. I like Grim Reaper 1. I just think it's cool. But Black Panther, I love Black Panther. So having the first issue where he joins the Avengers is pretty cool. Where am I going? Yeah, let's look this up. I want to know more about these. Let's see. Lorcana cards. Oh wow. This card is worth or being sold on eBay for $200. What is this? It is Look at This Family. It's a Encanto card. Huh. I wonder if anyone's going to buy it for that price. Well, that's interesting. And this is early on too. This is early on in the these cards are still like a newer thing. So, finding valuable gems in these is still doable. Before cards get like super rare and they can start selling for like $200. Let me go back because now this is all just stuff for sale. Okay, how to play Lorcana. Let's see. Disney Lorcana, how to play. And this is DisneyLorcana.com. Okay, how to play. Oh, is it a video? I don't want to watch a video. Because that's cool that they're videos, so you don't necessarily have to read up on it, but given this is a podcast, I don't know about playing the audio from those. And that's again more stress on this machine than I want to risk at the moment. There's a question: is Lorcana easy to play? A strong new player experience. The mechanics are all easy to grasp. It's simple enough that even kids can learn it. Just a random sentence. Let's try this guy. How to play Disney Lorcana. How to play Disney Lorcana. TCG's rules. how to build a deck. Hey, get out of my face, pop-up. And how to win explained. Okay, there we go. Matt Jarvis, thanks for writing this. Disney Lorcana brings the House of Mouse's roster of cartoon characters and classic movies to a new trading card game, offering up a competitive showdown filled with familiar faces from Mickey Mouse to the Lion King's Simba. With the card game putting a slightly different spin on the likes of Magic, the Gathering, and Pokemon, it's well worth learning how to play Disney Lorcana before you jump into your first match. Well, I kind of feel like that's obvious. You're not really going to jump into playing without learning how to play, you know? I'd imagine, at least. I'm going to go to the Wikipedia. I don't know about that guy's choice of... Okay, cool. This is doable. This is much better. All right. So we're going to just kind of rehash what it was. All right. Disney Lorcana is a collectible card game released by Ravensburg in collaboration with the Walt Disney Company in August 2023. So just over a year old. It is Ravensburg's first trading card game. Ravensburg is a game or a German game, puzzle, and toy company, publishing house, and market leader in jigsaw puzzle. Okay, well, they're a German company. And this is their first trading card game. Interesting. Cool. So it's our first trading game, and it features characters from throughout Disney contents, which current expansion sets include characters from Walt Disney Animation Studios films, the Disney Afternoon series, and the Disney Afternoon series. Ravensburg North America CEO Philip Frankie, Franke, Franke, described Lorcana as probably the largest investment that we have ever done into any type of project and initiative. During the 2022 D23 Expo event, booth attendees received a promotional card and pin of Mickey Mouse, Brave Little Tailor, while a collector set of 6 cards featuring Stitch, Elsa, Cruella de Vil, Maleficent, Robin Hood, and Captain Hook were sold on site at $50 each. What? They're introducing I guess those are going to be like the real hot commodity cards. A total of 900 sets were sold. Okay. The premiere set, the first chapter, was released to board game stores on August 18th, 2023, and major retailers on September 1st, 2023. Okay. Which is interesting because I was actually at Disneyland during that time. Let's see. Development and release. In June 2023, shortly before the game's release, Ravensburg and game co-designer Ryan Miller were sued by the latter's former employer, Upper Deck Company. Upper Deck Company is the company, I guess. The suit alleged that Disney Lorcana used game design elements from an unreleased trading card game. Originally named Shell Beach, the then renamed Rush of Ichor, which Miller worked on while at Upper Deck. Hold on. I read that all funky. So the suit alleged that Disney Lorcana used game design elements from an unreleased trading card game, originally named Shell Beach, and then renamed Rush of Ichor, which Miller worked on while at Upper Deck. Ravensburg had filed a motion to dismiss the lawsuit. Interesting. So much controversy right out the gate. At an early release event at Gen Con tabletop game convention, customers waited. Hold on. Hold on. Being summoned by my wife. Okay. Let me go help her out. She cannot find a pacifier for our young ones. I'll be back. We'll cut. Okay. Crisis averted. All right. Where did we leave off? At an early release event at Gen Con tabletop game convention, customers waited in hours-long lines to purchase starter decks and booster packs. Cards with particularly high rarity quickly resold for hundreds of dollars prior to the game's initial release, while the promotional cards from the 2022 D23 Expo resold for prices between $1,000 and $3,000. What? Before the game even came out? Wow. Okay, here we go. Story. So, I'm out of breath. I had to go up and downstairs. Story. Disney Lorcana is set in an alternate world where there are people called Illumineers. Illumineers are able to use magical ink to summon glimmers, which are beings that resemble Disney characters. Huh. So they're not actually the Disney characters. They just resemble them. The world has regions called Inklands. At its center is the Great Illuminary. Its purpose is to be a repository to keep track of every story ever told. These stories are archived in the halls of Lorcana. Okay. One day, the Illumineers disappear, and the Great Illuminary calls upon players to be Illumineers themselves. There is a book of stories, a lore book, in quotations, and a tool called an inkcaster, in quotations. I have to make sure I say quotations for the people who are audio only, this is not a great episode to be audio only. A tool called an inkcaster that allows Lumineers to take the magical ink to create glimmers from the lore book. Okay. 3 types of glimmers exist. Storyborn, identical to characters featured in the original Disney films. All right. Dreamborn, reimagined Disney characters. Got it. And Floodborn, characters born from a cataclysmic event yet to be disclosed. Players are tasked to summon glimmers and retrieve lore. Lore are fragments of a larger story that are kept in the Great Illuminary, but it is still unknown as to who or what the lore is being kept safe from. Okay, I saw a lot of Storyborn. Let's go through this real quick again. Just flip through it. That's an action card. Okay, that's one Storyborn. I got another Storyborn. Action. Storyborn. Action. Storyborn. Location. Okay, so we got all Storyborns. So all the Storyborn cards are identical to characters featured in the original Disney films. Okay, yeah, they look exactly like Prince Naveen and Rafiki and Jasmine. Gameplay. With decks made up of at least 60 cards. I'm going to try that again. Another take. Man, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, everyone. With decks made up of at least 60 cards, players produce ink, a resource that allows cards representing characters, items, and song lyrics from Disney media to be summoned. Turns follow a sequence of generating ink, playing cards, using action from cards. Okay, hold on. I'm reading it weird again. Turns follow a sequence of generating ink, playing cards, using action from cards, and challenging opposing opponents' character cards. Okay. While interacting with each other's cards, players attempt to accrue 20 points, known in the game as lore. So lore are your points before their opponent. So you want to collect. You want to attempt to collect 20 lore before your opponent does. Okay. Is that what that symbol means? Ink types. Players summon Disney characters using different types of ink. There are 6 ink types in the game. Amber feature characters and spells that focus on defense and recovery. Is that amber? Looks kind of ambery. Amethyst focuses on spells and abilities that can change the course of the game. Amethyst is like purple, right? Is that the Jafar card? Would that be Amethyst? Is the Walrus an Amethyst card? Huh. Okay. Emerald includes characters and abilities that focus on strategic plays. Okay, bend to my will. The Jafar card, so those are the emeralds. Ruby cards focus on attacks and offensive strategies. I got a ruby there. Sapphire provides card draw and resource management abilities. Sapphire is blue, right? I don't think I have any of those. Okay, I don't. Steel, focused on defense and resilient characters. So steel, I guess, would that be gray? Doesn't appear that I have... Oh, wait. I'm still here. That looks like steel. That's kind of gray. So that focuses on action song. A character with cost 3 or more. Again, I gotta learn these symbols to sing this song for free. Okay. Oh, here we go. Rarities. Okay, here we go. Rarities. Common, gray circle. Okay, let's see. I don't know where they're seeing these. Okay, rarities. Cards come in different rarities that are located at the bottom center of the card. Okay. The rarities listed in increasing rarity are, so common. I gotta pull up my view of the camera. So I guess that's common. That little dot down there. Up, up, up. Oh, that's terrible. Trying to get that to focus. But yeah, so that's that. Right? Maybe. Okay, gray circle. Yeah. All right, and then here we go. Uncommon is a white book. So there's uncommon. There's the white book. There you go. Then rare is a bronze triangle. Don't see any of those. I don't have any. Oh wait, I do have a rare card. Ooh, looky loo. So here's a rare bronze triangle. Cool, and that's like a third degree rare card, I guess. Super rare, a silver diamond. Is that what that's supposed to be? Does that look like a silver diamond to you? Kind of looks like a silver diamond to me. So Jafar, that's a super rare card. Cool. And then we got legendary is a gold pentagon. Definitely don't have any gold pentagons. No. Okay, so I got two really cool cards in here. And then enchanted is a rainbow hexagon. Okay, I definitely don't have any enchanted. Interesting. Okay, that makes it a little more fun. So I got two super rare cards in this. I got one rare and two super rares. That's a fun little piece of info. Let's see. Shift mechanics. Shift is the ability to upgrade character cards in play with different character cards with the same name. Okay, what? Shift is the ability to upgrade character cards in play with different character cards with the same name. This is accomplished by playing an ink cost. All right. Introduced in the Ursula's Return expansion in May 2024. The shift mechanic gained alternative ways of being activated beyond playing an ink cost. For example, players can discard a song card in order to play shift on top of another card. That is all well with over my head. But all right, so let's see. List of expansions. Set number 1, the first chapter, released August 18th. Retail release September 1st, 2023. Then there was the second set, Rise of the Floodborn, released to the public on December 1st, 2023, released or local game store release. Okay, so they went to local game stores and then they went to like retail, like Target maybe. That introduced Resist game mechanic. 3 Into the Inklands came out February 23rd and released to the retail on March 8th, 2024. Introduced location card types. Okay, so the Into the Inklands, that's I have a location card, and that was the Skull Rock. Yeah, location card. Okay, cool. Set number 4, Ursula's Return, from May 17th, 2024 to May, and then released May 31st, 2024 to retail. Introduced alternative shift mechanic and sing together mechanic. Set 5, Shimmering Skies, from August 9th, 2024, and released to retailers on August 23rd. And then, okay, so this is set 6. Set number 6, Azurite C, from November. Okay, this just came out in November 15th at local stores, and then November 29th to retail stores. Got it. Okay, I'm gonna put these down so I don't start like bending them and stuff. The first expansion, Rise of the Floodborn, was released on November 17th, 2023. This 204 card expansion added characters from Pinocchio, The Jungle Book, The Great Mouse Detective, and other properties, and introduced a resist game mechanic. The second expansion, Into the Inklands, was officially announced December 6, 2023. The expansion, also 204 cards, introduces characters from DuckTales, Tailspin, Atlantis, The Lost Empire, and Treasure Planet. Okay, I got a Treasure Planet one. So I guess the what was it? There was the movie cards and the afternoon pack, or afternoon something or other, what they call it. Walt Disney Animation Studio films and the Disney Afternoon series. So the Disney Afternoon series would be DuckTales, Tailspin, I guess Darkwing Duck and stuff like that maybe. It also introduces a brand new card type, locations. Locations are well-known spots from Disney movies and television shows, and add a new mechanic and more strategy options into gameplay. Into the Inklands debuted in hobby stores on February 23rd, 2024, and was released on March 8th, 2024. The third expansion, Ursula's Return, was officially announced February 2024 and introduces characters from Encanto. Okay, so that $200 Encanto card came out in a year ago. Huh. So it's one of the newer ones, and it's already shooting out. I mean, there were cards being sold for $1,000 and $3,000 apparently before the game even came out. Let's see. Encanto, Ursula's Return, was made available to mass markets on May 31st, 2024. Shimmering Skies included characters from Wreck-It Ralph. So sometimes they only add characters from one movie to new sets. Excuse me. I burped again. It's not an episode unless I burp somehow. Excuse me. Apologize. Let's see. Disney Lorcana Challenge. Starting May 2024, the Disney Lorcana Challenge is an event circuit of tournaments and competitions for players of the game. Huh. Okay. So they list the competition, where it was, and who the winner was. Don't find that to be super relevant. They even got competitors in Europe. Reception. Lorcana has been received well, having a score of 7.3 on Board Game Geek, a recommended from Polygon, and a winning Best Ongoing Card Game at the 2023 Tabletop Awards. Ravensburg, North America CEO Stefan, Stepane, Maddie, claims hearing a number of players who have told us that Disney Lorcana TCG has given them a chance to share their love of the hobby with their families, or how it's brought a number of new faces to organized play events, and they believe and have heard from our partners and players that Disney Lorcana TCG has grown the size of the TCG pie, as opposed to taking a piece of it. So it's not taking away from the TCG pie, it's adding to it. Okay, cool. Well, there we have it, guys. There we have it. That is Lorcana. And I'm into it. We'll see. We'll see if I decide to get more packs. I probably will. I don't know. This might be a new thing for me. I don't collect comics anymore. I don't know if I'll ever actually play the game, but I think the cards are cool. And given that I have like a rare and super rare, a couple super rares in there, I don't know. It just feels fun. It speaks to the collector in my soul. So yeah, we'll see. I'll keep you up to speed every time I get a Lorcana deck or pack. I'll share it on here. We'll go through it. We'll see. Maybe that'll be a part of the show. We'll see. It's a good possibility. With all that being said, hey, thanks for watching. And as always, the Legacy Club is brought to you by Leal Legacy. Specifically, Legacy Club clothing. Go check out Legacy Club clothing either by visiting leallegacy.com and clicking on our shop tab, or go to Legacy Club CLO stands for clothing.com and pick yourself up a little piece of our pie. Start collecting our shirts and other rando bits of what we have to offer. You can follow us everywhere across all social media platforms at Leal Legacy. And yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, and you know what? If you, another great way to show your support for what we're doing is to simply subscribe, rate, leave a review, comment, do all those things. Spread the word. Tell your friends. Thanks for being a friend and telling a friend. And I will see you tomorrow.